What's going on, you awesome creatives? As you saw from the title, today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to quickly and easily scale up objects and JPEGs and PDFs in AutoCAD. So I'm going to attach a JPEG or an image here. You can also do PDFs, and I'm just going to open it in here. You're greeted with this dialog box which says specify on screen, specify on screen. I'm going to leave these as they are and just click OK. Now this is going to enable me to kind of scale it up randomly however I choose to, and I'm just going to click randomly. Next kind of tip I'm going to do is select that JPEG or PDF, and I'm going to up the fade just so that I can work on it a little bit easier. Now this image that I have grabbed from Wikicommons is being really nice because we have a bar scale down here that I can use for my scaling feature. However, if you do not have something like that, perhaps you've got a big ass AutoCAD document or anything else that doesn't have a bar scale document or any dimensions, you can kind of use a point of reference. So you can use doors that are about 1 meter in length, or benches which could traditionally be about 600 mils, or whatever you like. So for me, I'm going to use this measurement down in here. However, I'm going to show you how to use something different as soon as I've shown you the basics. So down in here, I'm going to create a line by hitting L, and I'm going to specify down in here on this point and over in here, and I know that there is going to be 8 meters. I'm going to hit F8 on this to kind of snap it to orthogonal view, and I'm going to then type in 8,000 because I know that's 8 meters in millimeters. I'm going to then hit top view, and you can see now that JPEG is down in here, but I should be way out here. So our next kind of tooltip is to grab our align tool. So I'm going to quickly grab another line, and I'm going to grab there and then come along to the 8 meter mark and then click instead. So now we've got two lines. We've got one that's supposedly supposed to be 8 meters, and the actual one that is 8 meters. And next kind of tip is to use a line tool, which is AL on your keyboard shortcuts, and we're going to select the object. So obviously it is this JPEG or PDF, and I'm going to hit enter. And next kind of steps in this is going to be asking us to select 3 different points. AutoCAD is a 3D based program, however normally I only use it for 2D, so I'm going to ignore the third point. So the first point I'm going to ask to go from here, and then it's going to ask specify destination point. That's going to be in the same location because of how I've drawn these lines. So I'm going to click again. Now it's going to ask a second point. I'm going to come along and find the end of where that bar scale ends, click on that, and then it's going to ask a destination point, and that was back out in here. So I'm going to click on that, and then it's going to ask for a third one. I don't care about that, so I'm just going to hit enter. It's going to ask, do you want to scale the objects based on the alignment? And I'm just going to hit yes. And there we are, guys, nice and easy. It has now been scaled up to 8 meters. So if I hit a DI for distance, I can then come in down through here, and I can scale that bar scale out, and you can see there that we are now sitting at the 8 meters that you initially wanted. Now say in mind that you do not have a bar scale like that, and perhaps you've got a messy JPEG image or DWG image kind of like this, and you don't know what scale it is. So I can now kind of see down in here that I've got a few car parks, and if I come down in here and I do a distance command, I can select between 2 points, and you can see that should be about 2.4 meters and not 1.6 millimeters. So what I can do then, guys, is grab that line, and I'm going to kind of keep it on the same trajectory. So I'm going to grab that, and then I'm going to move it over into a different space, so maybe over in here. Alright, this is going to allow me to kind of keep the kind of same axis as what we were using. So I'm going to hit L again, and over in here I'm going to select along here, and then I'm going to type in 2400 millimeters, which is then going to spit out that there. And I'm going to delete that first line because I don't really care about it too much. And you see car park space should be about that length there, or that width there. And now I can kind of come back into this, go in align command again, AL, select object. So obviously we want all of the DWG, hit enter, and now we can kind of select that first point of the car park space, match it up to the first point of the line, come back down, select the second point, and then hit the other end point of the line. Again, it's going to ask for a third point. We don't care about this. Hit enter, and scale object, hit Y for yes. And now it's going to scale that up as we need it. If we zoom back out, you can kind of see it's now come into the scale that we want. If we come back in and use our DI command, we can double check that, and now we know that a car park width is about 2400 mils, and based off that we know that each of these kind of buildings is roughly correct. Obviously, if you're doing something a little bit more precise, this isn't going to work and you're going to want your DWGs exact. However, for something like just doing up a quick visualization of the walls or something, it's going to work pretty accurately. Anyway guys, that's going to wrap up today's tutorial. Hopefully you got something out of it. Smash that like button if you did, and I'll see you guys on the very next video.